what I mean. So, but she'll do a lot of, she arches all the time. Like this is really rare. I mean, usually her hands are just clenched in fists. She doesn't ever really just relax. Like she's always heightened and almost anxious, which is a weird thing for a 3-month-old, I feel, but like my kids were never that way.
So the couple of things that are happening. First of all, if you look when she comes straight up, her vision is actually over the horizon. So it's her eyes don't look straight on, they go back a bit. And so she actually can see now like 6 to 8 feet, which is good. So she's responding to stimuli, but she can't react to it.
Oh yeah.
That's a good stretch.
So
That's a
see
great
how
stretch.
she's, and again, she had to have been a C-section, right? Or you don't
I
know?
have she was number 8 for Mom. I do know that.
Whoa.
But
Mom doesn't have
see
any
again, it's the head shape again that I'm talking about that goes so tight. So just to assess her, but see, in her case, she's one of these babies, she's reacting to stimuli, but she's not putting anything together. So she's throwing out a hand, she's throwing it. So as far as her brain goes, I'm moving, but, so she likes joy, but has no idea how to get out there or to react, you see? And this is where Angie likes to say, she's the one that posted, she's like, she doesn't know how to be a baby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the same thing with when they're exposed.
Yeah.
So I'm just here, there we go. And now I'm rotating in the knee. Looking at the foot, see the difference?
Yeah, like she hasn't really come out yet. Keep saying.
Yeah, her legs, I mean, I can never pull them
Yeah.
straight and flat out. I cannot, I've never been able to.
See the lack of rotation in the knees.
How long have you had her?
We got her at 8 days.
8 days.
Yeah, we got her the day she got out of.
The right pelvis is way more effective than the left. See the difference? At least I can get in here. But the way she's trying to balance, she's not balancing here, the counter. See, she's trying to balance here to go over to the right. So she's doing same instead of that cross. Now, but she's a really, really smart baby, so she's about to change a lot with this lesson. Because she's already doing so much with, quote, very little. I mean, more to work with. Well, she's like trying to fry an egg on a teaspoon. She you know what I mean? Like, no, but she's trying to move, but look at what she's doing. And now she's stuck.
And what would you say about this? This reminds me a little bit of fishy.
Right, but I mean, she knows she wants to respond to those beads, so her eyes are there and half her body's there, but she's still not interacting. She can't touch them, she can't. So, but the fact that she's that smart, like, I'll give you something, it's better than nothing. A lot of kids would have given up by now. So that's where the intelligence is. She's a real smart baby. But, and see the slide, what I was working with you? I can see how I can't slide her over.
Yeah.
She's going this way, but I can't tuck her bum. She's still going. So I'm just gonna work on her head real quick. Hi, big girl. See how her eyes are more comfortably this way? I know, I'm sorry, I'm touching your head. You don't like that. Shoulders, see that? The hands want to rotate, but not the shoulders, but there, see? So now I'm going to get to work. She doesn't like me touching her head, so I'm going to let Joy play with her while I go. Oh, she's back. Oh, you can. Oh, yeah. Whatever.
Could I play with her wrist?
Yep. So now I'm trying to work on her. See, no matter how I pick her up, she still wants to stay in that arch.
Labored breathing, yeah.
So even though you see the issues in the shoulders and the head, because she was less comfortable with that, you're gonna go where she likes.
Right. Her head really needs it, but this is what I've said before. That's intimate, you know. She doesn't know me from Adam. I'm all of a sudden touching her head. You know, it's just, she could have had IVs in her head. She could have had, again, if she was in jaundice or phototherapy, she could have had, again, the caps and stuff on. I have to respect that.
Her vision is already.
Or visions. Yeah, because I'm going after that diaphragm.
Wow.
There we go. She's coming down.
Feel good.
That's it. That's it.
Wow, she'll like flatter.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that was a good one. I just want to. Sorry. So what I'm doing is I note the rotation or the lack of it, and then I naturally touch with rotation. So I'm just stimulating movements that she should have done. But by not hurting her or forcing her,
She's so badly wants to touch it.
I know. There we go.
Wow, you have a long time.
But this is where most people will falter development just because of her baseline, but I'm just going back in and just teaching her how to move again. So now I'm about to come underneath her head if she'll let me. There, so see how hard it is for me to lift her head in this? So again, if it's hard for me to lift her head, then it's hard for her. I'm going to come down lower to see if I can get more of a counterbalance for that. There we go. See how it's starting to? Don't want to force the roll over. That's it. But see how smart she is? She's totally keeping her eye on the prize. She. But again, the grunting. Breathe, breathe. No, she literally has to learn how to breathe. Yeah.
So you'll hold there.
Just to let the eyes and the breath kick in. If you can't breathe, there we go.
Burpee.
And I'm gonna bring her back. See how she's never experienced this rolling over that you can see. That's it, nice and slow. Yeah, now you want to be on your tummy, huh? But see, you're ready? Look at how I can see the difference, how I can spin her?
Yeah.
From before she was, yeah, who's that lady?
Yeah. More than one of us here, huh?
But that's the one thing, you notice that that breath is so much different when they've been exposed.
Wow, now why is that?
I don't know, but like the one baby I work with, their cry is almost like a machine gun. It's a very short breath. So everything she's doing is,
Yes.
and so they can't self-soothe because they've got that. Arms already coming out.
Well, isn't it, the diaphragm doesn't have the right movement.
So let her just, yeah, touch the bead. So she's getting the, that's it. There we go.
How about that?
Now, she's never really just touched beads before, so I just let her. Meanwhile, there we go. See how I'm working with the spine and the scapula, just like I showed you. But right now, she doesn't want to bend in between her upper back. There we go. She's not used to.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
She grabbed the beads.
Yeah, I see you did that. I see. You're so smart.
She really is so alert.
As I said, she's a real smart baby, but she's just. That's it. Yeah, there we go. Thank you. If I knew where to catch those, I would swear I would love to do like a 10-minute video of just all these kids just letting loose. See how much
She got
nicer
those
that
beads again
roll
already.
was?
She just felt them back there and grabbed them up.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
So she's good with her upper quadrant, but doesn't necessarily like to bring down.
It's
Is that
changing,
because
right.
It
It's-
changed dramatically.
Even her face, the contractions on her face. One, oh, press the button on the one. The big one. Press the button on top, the top button, his cold pump, there. Upper thorax, top button. It makes a couple of things.
What's he gonna say this time?
Neat, huh?
Oh, some people are worth melting for.
That's it, there we go.
Wow.
That head's, look, hands are going out. So now she's getting more towards a pre-curl. That's it, there you go.
Oh my
Good job.
Thank you.
Good job.
Yeah, there's the pre-crawl leg.
Yeah,
Like dancing.
so now, she's trying to go now.
Feel the beads under you?
There she goes, she's starting to really kick through now. It's so light.
Well, she's really great for this.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Oh,
no,
my
I told you she was gonna,
She's so
but you
light
see,
for
but you see how I said she's gonna change a real lot with this, look at her, now the difference in the head. Hi, baby. Hi, you're so much lighter now, yeah. I'm not gonna take you away from Joy, don't worry. There you go. Beads are back here. The bead lady. Do you have any questions?
No, it's just nice watching her move.
There you go. See now that one arm's up and down, you know. What?
It's interesting though with her, she doesn't really enjoy even being held like a baby. She wants to be up
Yeah.
all the time.
Well, that's with the back arching and the. Now work on this. See, there we go. Sorry.
And now her tongue is cut. She's like moving. Oh shit, did she do that before?
And I'm really worried about the shape of her head, but I'm going to take her to see a neurologist in March for that. And just for everything else, just to get it documented. But just I'm wondering too if that just plays in the fact that she doesn't really move around.
Yeah. But what I was saying with the head shape too, I've found for whatever reason the C-section babies, and I can't prove it just yet, I was just showing it on another baby, it goes around, it's a bit higher here, so it's not like when it comes through the vaginal canal and it squishes this way. So you get more of that the skull doesn't go into place.
Interesting. I wonder if
I'm gonna try and work with the head today too, because this work can change the head shape as well. But right now, I really want to get all the arms working.
Yeah, and tummy time for her has been by
Oh
far
no, she can't.
impossible.
She probably
compared
will
to
after
other
this
kids.
lesson today, but up until then, she felt like she was drowning because she can't control the head. And so the head's down like
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
And, yeah, so they feel like they're drowning and they get very upset. Like she's never rolled over where the head's been up like that. So that's what I'm working with, this in the vision. I'm literally grabbing the diaper here.
Yeah.
AJ still can't get over how light I touch. It really is just that.
Well, I have some newborns. This week, so I want my touch to be right.
There we go. See how, like I was doing the other day with the pelvis. See how she's teetering and learning how to balance on the femur. Heads up.
Wow, she loves that.
But that's where the crawl comes in. If your pelvis can't tilt this high, there's no way for the knee to get underneath the pelvis. So when they're flat like this or stiff,
So, tummy time is for any week old, or
He's like, no.
see now, I'll bring her back. Countering. Sorry. Okay. Right. Oh, all right.
She should just tell you.
Oh, yeah. She's a feisty.
There we go.
so there's no too early for tummy time.
There's no, because they should be sleeping on their bellies, but
Yeah.
we've done away with that. But still, even in nap time, again, like I was saying, if the baby has problems on this position, another nice way is just to put them over your knee. Sort of like how Tracy's sitting, and so that the baby would be there and the head can be up and at least experience is
The head would be hanging off the knee or on the up towards her belly.
well, her arms would be up over, so the head would almost be up here.
Okay.
There, see, now her knees are starting to come underneath. But again, see how short her breath is. That's what I'm trying to get her to change her. So she goes, I have other TOISs, but I think she's okay with all of those.
She's
Huh?
very,
Okay.
she is so happy. That was my first attempt at hair.
It's great.
Oh my gosh, it took me over an hour when she it was.
Job.
But
God bless you too.
I've got to try again.
Well, the best line my friend ever gave me, because that's what I was worried, like, how am I going to do all of that? Because I was this close to fostering, but I end up having my own. But and now I do everybody else's baby or take care of it. But and my friend looked at me and he goes, "All we want is mac and cheese and love." I'm like, that just sums it up.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
Her hair is really long too.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, when she came, it didn't even move, and I just thought, it was sticking straight up, and I just thought it would maybe be about here. But when I got her in the bath, it's almost to her bottom.
Wow, really?
It is unbelievable. It took like 20 minutes just to get enough water in it.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable. And then I used probably like a fourth of an entire conditioner bottle. It's no shampoo. Just
Hold on, let's get you
a
back.
special brush. Twist, but I've got to work on it again too.
Yeah, that's just a cool one.
Yeah, that's better.
Bouncing.
But see how the eyes now are more on the horizon.
Yeah.
So that'll help with the head shape as well. See how she's not as arched back with her eyes shaping back?
I don't feel like she's
There she goes. See now how nice she can see? There we go.
You could
And now I'm just enhancing it. She's like, oh, you got stuff too,
see,
lady?
I do. I don't have as much. But. You might have to get some of these.
That's just a roll.
Yeah. And I can even do it from here. It's just... But I am purposely giving her more height here, so she's learning again. There we go. But see how the startle's going out of her system and stuff?
Come here, let's wait for her now.
But she actually ought to reach with that hand, right? Come over this way. No,
What?
she will eventually reach with that hand.
Oh, yeah.
Come over this way. She wants to.
See how I use that slide that I've
Mhm.
been teaching you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, see how she's...
She's looking at you.
Hi. But see now how she can just look at Holly now instead of just throwing all her hands and feet out at Holly. Hands are coming out now.
You gonna reach? You wanna reach?
Now she's never had bang for the buck on touching, so. This is really hard to do where you don't want to force it. But you kind of let the accident happen. Because at first it's just going to be... There we go.
She almost had it.
Should I let her get the flower or stay back here?
There we go. But this is where I've said before, I don't mind her looking at this, but then, so she's learning eye hand.
Oh, okay.
She doesn't, because she's never touched anything before, she doesn't know depth perception.
Okay.
So this will be a learned art. Whereas by now, she would have been purposely grabbing because she's 3 months old and those kind of things, but. So now, because her body was more stuck than her brain, she's gonna be a catch-up baby. Sort of like what happened with Noah.
Oh, grow real fast after start.
But I guess when these munchkins first come, you don't know what's going to happen if they're a day, a week, or forever.
Oh, man.
Angie's had 11 kids.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
How many of you?
Two. Just two. That's it.
How
Yeah,
did
we
you get into
we got her as kinship, actually. And then we started our licensing process in April, and it was just coincidence that she was born in October. And we got her, and then we got our Maya on Wednesday. So she's a real possibility forever. Which makes me happy.
Yeah.
I'm hoping this, but.
Oh my
Sounds
goodness.
like Donna.
Come on.
Is that done?
Oh my goodness.
Good job not hitting the baby with this. It's hard not to do.
You were so careful.
She was so close.
She is so.
She is?
Well, and it's obvious, she has 2 younger siblings, and it's obvious to me that she's been really a big caregiver, because it's amazing to watch her take medicine. Like, she knows exactly.
I would still work with her vision, because what she's not doing, and again, this is just a suggestion for help, she's not working the crowd. She'll be on the baby, or she'll be on, but she's like on one subject, but she's not looking at the baby and then me, let's say, and then back to the baby. So this kind of vision where, see like
Well, she's like a little joy.
no, but a little.
Yeah, a little, not much.
But she's not coming in, you see what I mean? Like she's just, but a 3-year-old should be like,
Yeah.
even if they're being cautious, do you know what I mean? But if you watch her, she's enjoying her own little, but I don't know if I would check on convergence with her. Where meaning that you just take an object and just think if she goes in and out.
Okay. I mean, I should get her eyes checked too, shouldn't I?
Dr. Cassidy's really good for that, but yeah, I would look at her eyes because she's a cutie. And so I don't think people would, just to rule it out.
We're going to the dentist tomorrow, because the top front 4 teeth are close to gone.
West Valley is wonderful if you-
Okay.
if you haven't, because they have an onboard anesthesiologist as well. If they have to put them, yeah. They do all the special needs kids, but however, no, she's smart. But see how she's looking up at the beads, but she never glanced at me while she did that.
But she's looked at all of us.
She has, but it's still a
Not really
very
engaged.
purposeful look versus spending,
Purposeful versus
Do you want to give Madison?
just
noticing, kind of like.
social. See here, like this, she's being very sweet. It fell out. But see, me talking is just not.
Yeah,
That's just a little thing. But again,
it's interesting.
somebody could just say she's shy and stuff, but that's something to encourage. And that's the one too where you'd bring from the side, and so she starts learning how to look around. Because if nobody's really talked to her, she's not looking to talk to them with her eyes.
Smart.
I know, she took the wood, so she needs something else to play with. 'Cause how about the big beads? That's okay, it's okay. Give the big beads. We have plenty of beads, we can share. But those are for the baby now. You choose.
Do you want to go paint the dollhouse?
No, we're at 3. It's covered thy neighbor's goods.
Big time. No. Look around. Yeah, there's your
Oh, look what I done.
Yeah, it's not working.
So I'm gonna see where it goes. Ready? Ready? It's gonna go. Get ready.
See the vision?
Hi, we're done. You wanna try? You try. Good job. Okay, ready?
But could you see in school though, when you have to look up at the blackboard and back down again, those kind of things. This is now where you want to enhance the, if you can catch it.
Glancing.
I'll put it here and then let it go down.
If you want, I can quickly work with her afterwards, but if she's up to it, if you're up to it. But.
That'd be great to see.
Pretty beads, huh?
But yeah, her breathing's always been really shallow.
Yeah. It's getting a little bit better.
It's gotten better with time, but when we first got her, I was really worried about it.
Ready? Look, ready? Go down.
She's been a learning experience for us.
Yeah, ready? Go.
Oh, they all are. I'm going to see if she'll let me mess with her head. Let's see if we'll... Yeah.
There we go.
I taught all these guys how to do the kisses. I did. That's what I was doing this morning. There we go. Shh, just breathe. Just breathe. It's okay. Yeah, there we go. See, her breathing too is also a stop-start. It's not like it's cycling through. There we go.
Love that ball, Anaya. Love it. Oh, you found him again.
And now she's just sort of staring off at herself in the camera.
Are the clenched fists, is she a little apprehensive about you working on her head, or has she?
No, she came with clenched fists and stuff.
She's constant. It's
yeah.
constant. Yeah. Anytime I hold her, I just pull them open.
However, now at least she's totally counterbalanced, so, the way see how her pelvis tilts? So when she first came, she was just throwing out all four. So like Dick Van Dyke on roller skates. But,
I know the clenched fists are really with math babies,
right.
but I don't know how long that.
I have no idea. Everything I've read said it can be up to 9 months where their muscles just ache. After it's out of your system is 7 days, and then it could be 9 months. But I don't know. I've never.
But see, in those 7 days, she's not learning that balance and counterbalance. So therefore, what she's doing is a clenched fist means don't fall. If she learns that if I arch my back and clench my fist, I'm not going to fall. But when it comes to now sitting up and crawling, good luck because she's in don't fall mode. So see,
Yeah,
look at
like
that
if you were
there
to
we
try
go.
to sit up on your own with your fin- clenched and you can't
But
sit
the
up.
more her balance comes, the more the fingers will come. And that's the hardest thing to tell parents. Yeah, it's the hands, it's hands, yeah. Oh, shush, 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 shush. Oh, shush. She's
Always on edge, always.
hands are up. I'm not as pretty as the beads. No, I'm not. See, this is the crossing of the sternum and the ribs. I know. There you go. Now, I know at 3 weeks old, she's not ready to sit up, but I'm just going to try and see if that's it. That's it.
Maya, what did you find?
Just to get that roll in. But at this age, I'm not at all looking for sitting up. Sorry, what?
Would tummy time be too early for any, no, you already asked that, but for sitting up, it would be okay to just give him the feel, but not for any
Because she's
age?
with me, I want her to at least feel that transfer of weight. So now Joy beads over here. So I want to catch the eyes, see how. So I'm waiting for the eyes, Bring the beads a little bit more towards you now. Towards you. There, see when she starts to roll? I just want her, because she's got me, I'm just giving
Right.
her the most for the bang for the buck.
Yep.
Because that's going to be a hard one, or not all parents are going to know to look for
Yeah.
coordinating the eyes with that weight transfer.
Yeah.
So I'm going to bring her back down. You tell us. It's okay. You tell us. Give it to us.
I like that flower, Maya. Pretty.
There we go. So Joy. That's it. No. That's it. But with that, I'm gonna let her go back over here, play with Joy.
Oh, Madison, yes. Madison had those.
So now here, like I was showing you before, bringing in the, rotating out the ankles. Giving her a little bit of input of pushing through. Again, she's too young to actually orchestrate that kind of move, but at the same time, I want it in her system. And there's into that pelvis there. See how she wants to tuck that knee in?
Oh, you're about to fire. One.
Such a cute dress. In South Africa, they have dresses a whole bunch like this, where you just like the.
It was a big flower. I love the dresses and sneakers. I know. Yeah, the sneakers. It's my favorite because like kind of girly but still ready to go.
There we go.
It's funny when she came in a pair of disgusting sneakers, and so I took those to wash, and I had one other little pair, this pair, and then of course I've got like 3 cute little pairs, but she won't have anything but sneakers. Oh, because I think it's roomier.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, we'll pick our battles. Sneakers it is.
Do you feel a difference already? Yeah, huh? See how much calmer?
Look at her opening up.
But see how she can now sort of start having a conversation with Joy in a sense, that social.
And her breathing is
Oh
way
yeah.
better.
Yeah, I mean, because at home, when I put her on her mat, I mean, she's just miserable on the ground.
How far away from you are you from here?
About 20 minutes.
Okay, because I do class Thursday mornings.
Okay.
You know, if you want to
Okay.
come back for that,
Yeah.
from 8 to 10. And then I'm not going to do it. I'm doing it this week, and then the following week I'm out of town. I'm in the Middle East to work with a 3-month-old, but then I'll be back. There we go. See now that whole pelvis can come down. That's it. There we go. But see now how much she can keep the arms up and over, even though. Let's see now the head. Hopefully. Yep, there it goes. That was the first time she didn't have to lift her head. I get it that I did the rollover, but her head's up.
She's so happy right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She's really relaxed.
Babies shouldn't be miserable. Yeah, they shouldn't. And if they are, they're telling you something. And that's why I get these babies and they're all just like, oh, it's a neuro cry. I've never heard of a neuro cry in my life. You've got to rule out headaches, first of all, any kind of or you've got to rule out gastro if they're really, because some of these babies are reflux. Mm-hmm. That's it. There we go.
Who is it?
Look at that.
It's pretty good, isn't it?
Wow.
Catch at the end, yeah.
But see how she knows it's where she is in space. Do you see how she doesn't care if she's on her belly or if she's on her back versus.
You are.
See how I'm teaching that part now of.
Yeah, you can still do it wherever you are.
And she doesn't care if she's up or down. I've got you. Get your head up a little bit more. So now I'm going to go over, see if she'll let me, that's it. If she'll let me start to, that's it. Yeah, getting that shoulders open.
Go
The
work,
crawl.
sis. Go work, sis.
There, see, I'm just differentiating the shoulders. That's it. See how now the head is separate from that movement?
You still want that or you're done with that?
But see too how now she's not even, she hasn't pushed her feet like she did at first, in just quite a long time. That's it. See how she's tracking all the way to there.
Okay. There it is. Do you want to eat? No.
Now that it's so that now she's starting to push through my chest. Okay.
That was a lot. That was. Do you want this? You want this? You're fine,
Okay,
sis.
you do.
You're fine. I think I'm starving after all this working out. I'm just
Go see the
playing. It's
hands
so
now.
much fun. Look at that. Look at you. Look at you. You're trying to hold her patsy there. Look at that. Look at you.
Just let her be successful. It's a little high on the vision in that.
Tie here.
Yeah. And then a little bit closer so she can touch it. Because again, she's never really touched anything before, so right now I want her to learn depth perception and where she is in space. Because up until now, she's like, I'll throw out something. It'll hit something. I'll get some kind of feedback. But I want her to start learning more purposeful moves.
She sure got her passy then.
Yeah, but up until now, she's just been
She
like this
has-
with it. And now
yeah.
she's,
Playing with it.
but she's so much softer now. She's just jiggly.
Where did you find her, Rita? Good job.
I'll be going on a bike ride.
2 bikes. Good job. Good job. Thank you.
Hi.
You hold it. Thank you. You're such a good helper.
That's nice.
Come on, good yes.
Good job. Thank you so much. Dead now?
I love that tongue action. Did you see how long that thing was?
Major, I know, she's got major tongue action.
Oh my goodness. See, now the feet just flop.
Oh, yeah. It's very nice.
Wow. That is such a big change.
I know.
And it's really, the touch is like really just like this. It's not.
Oh, so nice. So let's see if she's up to it. One of the few things I do over here now. See, look at how she can follow. She's coming more toward me. That's a bit different. And coming around, swooping. There we go. She's got both sides of the heads. Yeah, camera. See now how she can transition in and out of things.
Would you bye? Hi, sis.
Yes, Nancy. Correct.
Ooh, green.
Good job.
She's breathing so much.
Yeah, now you don't even hear it.
And look at that. Gentle, Armani. Gentle, gentle.
You want to line them up nice like you did before?
The arms are up, so I took advantage of rolling her over.
Hi, Mercy.
Breathing is better.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Can hardly hear her. Oh, good getting it. Which way you want to go? I'm going to see where you go with it. Come on. Right here, right here. It's your head. Don't lift, don't lift. Just roll through here. But she didn't fall.
She's like, oh, my hands are.
Oh,
Want this?
Be gentle with them, lining up nicely.
Just wanted to feel the force if she decides to press off like that.
Where are you?
But she still doesn't know to get her hands out, so I sort of do that, and then I'll bring, if you just bring them back, then they come right out in the little paws. Yeah, now she's twirling. Yeah, she's doing it better.
She doesn't care her face is
So
on the floor.
interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
No. Oh, stop. There we go.
Oh,
Where would you go?
You're fine.
Nobody
sis.
noticed.
What happened?
Look at that tongue. That is hysterical.
Like a giraffe tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice. You have a very nice voice. Oh, are you hungry?
Ooh.
Can you go? Does she have like a little bit of a yeast?
Oh yeah. I've been trying. Oh, yeah, that's been like.
Open for it.
I know these things, and it was like,
Oh, yeah. They
No, you got yours.
Coconut oil, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because it has coconut is really good for that because it'll keep the dryness, but it's also the it'll kill the fungus. Yeah, just
coconut oil is like honey. The bacteria can't grow in it. So
Okay, because I've been using cornstarch.
yeah, the cornstarch will probably makes it more. It'll keep it dry,
But
but
then it gets.
yeah, it gets
Less than okay, I'm gonna go put some on it when we get home.
there we go. Okay, that's it.
It's so good to know. Wow, awesome.
most babies at that.
She's playing with
Those
this
chunky.
Oh, we were just talking about under the chin with
Oh.
the. There we go.
My babies were never as big as you, so you didn't have too much of it.
For her cheeks are like flotation devices.
Yeah, they are.
Just be careful on that
Armaya,
chair.
Armaya.
That's okay. I just don't want her to spin
Over
out.
here.
Do you want to come back on this one? Bring your bikes over.
That and those photo lamps at the.
Come over here.
I mean, she's fine going wherever she needs to, but it's just.
Good job listening.
Come here. Bring the bikes to me.
Oh, she's pretty satisfied just hanging around.
That's it.
Bring the bikes to Sarah. Come here. 2 bikes. Come here. Bring them to me. Here, 1 second. Here, we need to wipe this nosy. Armaya, look. Vroom, 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 vroom.
There you go. Now she has her hand open, so she's not afraid of the.
That and she can come down now here versus.
So interesting.
Neat, huh? It's fast, huh?
Babies are amazing because they don't judge it. They just
Do it.
okay, sure, that seems fun. They
My touch keeps her successful, so it's like, oh, I can do that now? Done. I can do this.
okay, sis.
But if she needs a little top off, I know she just ate, but they can get pretty hungry if you feel she's getting hungry.
She's okay. I'll feed her when it's done. Oh, Maddie. Oh, Maddie.
Here, let me put her on the back seat. That's better. Right.
Oh, sis.
Oh, now she's gonna touch my head. Oh my god.
Oh, you were there. Hungry.
Oh. Yeah. I'll give you your monkeys.
I wonder if they like, not dizzy, but like you said, kind of like just motion, like if they're a C-section. It's just, they just don't like their head moved. Maybe it's just too much stimulation. They're not used to it, and it like gets them a little.
Like I said, there's a very good IV line in the head, so a lot of IVs
Yeah.
are placed in the heads. If she had phototherapies and it was just, if she wasn't being held, because that's what someone scoops underneath and stuff.
Yeah,
We don't know.
yeah.
Yeah, and then with the withdrawal, I mean, pain-wise, I wonder how that even what that
Yeah, she had
does.
life experiences she was meant to have, you know?
Yeah.
It's just... But I finally said, well, why should that shape her future? If we can get those life experience neutralized and then offer the movement she's meant to have.
It's really strong pulses. I've never been able to feel a baby's pulse right now.
There we go. She might just be getting tired.
Yeah. She's so relaxed.
Oh my back. Oh my goodness.
Amazing.
I can get you.
What's the drinks?
Yeah.
She's doing great, I mean, I'm just saying.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Do you want to come on this side and see?
She is a good listener. Really amazed.
You're a very good listener.
Come over here this way. Oh, be careful. This way.
She crashing. I can't open here. Or she just...
She's really relaxed.
Yeah. She crashes. I'll kick Joy out and I'll work on that. I won't move her and I'll see if I can mess with her head. Oh, no, she's going to sleep.
Go put some little people in the house. Who's there? Where's the house?
Do you want to be next?
How much food I can get away with pouty wise.
Very cute pal.
What's her name? Aria?
Or Maya.
Armaya?
Pretty name.
Armaya, do you want to try
Oh
this?
my goodness.
The first day I kept calling her Armia because that's how it's spelled.
Mm.
Because it's not phonetic. And then the next day I could tell she was more comfortable with me. She goes, no, Armaya. Oh, good.
It's a pretty name. Where are the bikes gonna go?
Do they go in the house?
She might have just said, I zoned out for a little bit. I'm back. No, she's good.
You silly goose.
Oh my goodness. Gentle.
So much better.
Yeah, see how when she stretched now, she didn't have to go out through the arms and it was sideways and stuff. Whereas before, she had to go all 4 points.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Baby.
So what I'm doing here now is sort of like rolling those ribs and then countering through the spine.
2, 1, 2.
So you can pull down and flare out, but her, you see, I'm just... And that should help her breathing, to elongate the breathing, because she's pushing my hands back out.
Vroom, vroom. Take a massage.
You know, if all this lesson does is just regulate her breathing, what a difference it'll be in her life, you know. Just that tongue is cracking. I know.
I don't know how she stays awake.
Yeah, right?
She should be calm.
I know.
I would know.
She fights. Not that she'd call it peaceful, baby. Most likely. Typically speaking.
Well, hopefully right now she's learning how to be a...
Social, huh? Hi, there you go.
She loves those beads. Yeah.
Oh, another.
Good job.
Oh, is it too long?
Green and silver.
She wants to bring that arm over.
Thanks.
You got Michelle.
I always get the good end.
That is so funny.
Which way are we going? Are we actually rolling over or are we just tooting? I couldn't tell if you were tooting or rolling.
Hi. 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 Aren't you the queen of the town?
Oh, what did that feel like? What did that feel like?
She's yawning.
I would be snoozing after
Oh,
that
I could be totally
massage.
snoozing.
Oh my gosh.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's one of my bad lines. If she doesn't go to sleep after this, it wasn't my fault.
Oh, you want to take it? Yeah, there's more on the ground.
There we go. So now I need to. Just looking for the push. Again, I don't expect her to be in this position. I just wanted to. Oh. Aye. Aye.
There's a lot going on over here, huh?
My kids all had the beefy thighs. But my favorite's still Maverick for those. This child, he was what, 11 months old? He was already like this high. And I swear to God, his thought, he was like Paul Bunyan's dog. He had this like smaller head, but as he got
Huge.
and he was so docile. He was just like, he was like a little beluga whale. He was the cutest. Because he had this little smile that went up at the end, just like a beluga whale. I joked around, he looked like a baby version of Elle Woods' boyfriend in Legally Blonde too. He had that
Oh,
little,
that's funny.
you know. Warner. Warner, little Warner.
Oh, Maya. Maya. There it is. There he is.
Oh, be careful.
So see how here you can do just like I was showing you again with that knee into the pelvis. But the fact that her foot's kicking against my hand, you know, she's getting all that feedback as if she's on all fours and stuff. You know. But again, when the knee comes down to the table, you want that rotation. A lot of kids do this, you know, where the leg lifts up and down, but it doesn't do that rotating. And you can come underneath this way, and this will eventually bring the foot up onto the table and give that feedback. But that would be eventually when they're on all fours, and then they go to stand. But again, this movement should be in a young lady. And see, I have the palm of my hand on the foot to rotate through the foot, so it gets the feedback that way. So I'm not doing this. See the difference?
Okay, yes, thank you.
Versus here.
Yes.
So I want her to feel that pressure, that foot going into the floor.
That's
And then you can pressure out where the foot can go back over.
Wow. Okay.
But that's where she's really going to get the synchronization eventually too for the walking and the crawling. It's not a force, should never be a force. But a child that's in flexion or this way, that's where you're going to feel it about to here. And that's sort of a CP sign for me because I can't do this. However, now I can say that she's done. The way she was acting, she was going into, you know, a mild form of cerebral palsy by just the amount of muscle contraction she was doing and the arching of the back and all of that.
You can't even hear her.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Now, because of the math, and that's what I'm trying to say, like if she could just come to class or something where I can get on her again, because there's so many milestones that are happening right now, you know, you want them all to be regulated instead of that panic coming in. I hate to say it, any kind of addicting things like quitting cigarettes. You could have not had a cigarette for 10 years. You suddenly go to a funeral. If the last time you were at a funeral was with a cigarette, the brain's going, I don't know how to do this without a cigarette. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So that's with any addiction. So you have to have as many milestones happening with
Memories
the least
without it.
amount of the response that the addiction would have caused.
So is her breathing controlled now because you've made more room in the chest? Or because...
I've almost taken the panic out of her system, right?
Yeah.
So I get it at night, you don't want the kids to get SIDS, but this kind of thing, when you're all around and we're just watching TV, I think the baby should be sleeping on their belly. So when they start to wake up or they move in their sleep, you know what I mean? They're getting a pre-crawl kind of response and pushing the knee in. Again, versus her, she's a bigger baby. So now when she startles, you know, again,
That's all she gets, the reinforcement, yeah.
but now that she's just here breathing, and as she wakes up, where she's breathing like this again and all of this, what a different. She'll be able to eat, all those things, whereas eating would be a problem with and trying to eat and swallow at the same time.